For years, science fiction movies and films have been speculated in preserving yourself in 3D for eternity, simply by taking a picture and converting you into a 3D model. Unfortunately, because of the technology, this hasn't been possible until today. However, EON Human is the software that actually allows you to do this. How does it work? It's very simple. You can take a camera or an ultra-mobile device like the one I have here, snap a picture, and in about 80 seconds, create a 3D model with 80,000 polygons. We're going to show you today, step by step, how you can create such an amazing 3D experience. Let's start with the theory first. The way we do it is that we reconstruct your head in 3D. We have scanned hundreds and hundreds of faces, and we are combining those into one single superhuman. This human here contains a combination of all the faces, female, different ages, different races. Using this morphable model, the 3D morphable model, we can then apply this model simply to a picture and convert it in 3D. So, let's look how it works. Here I have a picture of a famous actor. I can take this picture, apply our superhuman, and wait for about 80 seconds. Within this, the superhuman here will convert into this face. And as you look at it, you'll see that there are changes, and the face slowly but surely morphs into the face that you see to the left. So from a picture to a 3D model. The way we see it, that it is a model and it is reconstructed, is that it now, I can see it from the left profile and from the right profile. It is a fully mesh model, as you can see here, applying realistic textures and having an experience that is fully interactive. As we can see here, once we have captured the 3D model, we can morph it, simply because we have a library of many, many faces. What can we do with that model? For example, first step, we can make a caricature of the model, from a regular face to an average face to an extreme face. So here's the average, here's the original, and here, finally, if we push this further, we achieve the caricature. This is quite interesting. Not only are we limited to this functionality, but we can also, for example, play with gender, from male to female, from female pushing back to male. Those are just two simple examples how the EON Human can adopt and apply on a face. Let's go back to the original face. We can also manipulate that specific face. For example, body weight. Fatter and decrease the weight, as you can see now. We can also have different expressions. Someone that is maybe not so happy or is very happy. How about taking an old black and white picture, creating a 3D model, and converting that to a 3D model, but also adding color to it. Let's look at that. So now, after creating the model, we have applied colors, and we can turn it around, fully 3D. Last but not least, let's look at something that you all are familiar with, the famous Mona Lisa. Bringing her to life, it's quite a pleasure. I think we're ready to see actually EON Human in action. For that case, I've opened the software, I loaded up a picture. This is a 2D picture. You can see that there are a couple of features. The first one is you load the image, then you actually are loading points or setting up predetermined points. You click on this button, Fit Face Model, and then you wait about 80 seconds. What I've done now is actually I have already clicked on the model, and I can simply look at the face. You can see I'm zooming up, so from the 2D picture I now have a full 3D model. I can rotate the face in profile. Notice that I have a profile, and I can put it back If I'm curious, I may want to see the face from the inside. That's quite an unusual view, and also creates an interesting effect, as you can see here. All done in real time. 72,000 polygons approximately created in less than 80 seconds. Now, question here, what can I do with Nicole Kidman as a second step? I can of course start to manipulate her, but let's first put her back where she belongs and where we started. Almost there. I think that's pretty good. Now, are you ready for some fun? We have the face and we want to bring it to life. How about next face, talking head?
The studio was filled with the rich odor.
To make it a little bit more interesting, we're using a
painting,
a famous one.
The trees of the garden, there came through the open door the heavy scent of the lilac, or the more delicate perfume of the pink flowering thorn.
Hi, I am Edward Hopper, and you are looking at a reanimation of my self-portrait.
My portrait is known as Mona Lisa, or La Gioconda, and it was painted by Leonardo da Vinci.
I am Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. This is a portrait painted by Tischbein.
And that can continue on and on. We now have a head. We can simulate different expressions. We can even make it talk. Of course, at this point, we definitely need a body. Let's look at that. So now, in EON, we have a body, and we will look at this body in 3D. Here's a detail. You can see that the details on the model are pretty high. Of course, once we have the body, we also want to create motion. Let's look at that. So in summary, the process is, you have a picture, we can automatically create a 3D photo, we can then move to a beautification or nip and tuck without any plastic surgery. 3D talking head, followed by a body that can eventually move. So now, you've seen this interesting technology. You may wonder, how can this be applicable in business or real applications? Of course, one idea is that you take your picture, can convert it to a 3D photo, and then preserve it either on the web using EON technology. You can also publish this on MySpace, YouTube, Poser, Facebook, mobile phone, allowing you and your friends to show and interact and share something that is very exciting. Once you've done that, that service is normally free. You can go to beautification, nip and tuck, improve your looks without plastic surgery. Things like weight loss, younger, an animated morphable version of yourself. We see benefits like cosmetic companies, eyewear companies, jewelry, luxury products, and media publication that can use this. Once we've done that, the next step is a 3D talking head. We all experience chatting online. It's not always that interesting. We can use this, for example, to place your head in Skype or AOL or Yahoo Chat as an option. Of course, once we push the limits even further to a 3D body, you can think of applications for apparel, product placement, fashion industry, entertainment, medical companies, all the way to going to an experience in a virtual world. So the range of applications for EON Human are quite vast.